Hello and welcome to Badminton for Kids. It's Ben here. I thought I'm going to start a new series, and I'm going to call it, I guess, Path to Gold or Path to Glory. I don't know. So I've decided this year I'm going to enter into the New Zealand National Master Champ late in the year, and in 2 weeks' time I'm going to play in the local Senior Open. And in a month's time, I'm going to play another Master Open down in Wellington, which is a 2-hour drive away. And I thought, normally, I just turn up and play and just enjoy myself. But I thought, you know what? So now I got this YouTube channel, I might as well do some training and share with you, I guess, my training regime. Like for the first time ever, I'm actually going to try to train for badminton. So I thought I'd take you with me. And hopefully along this journey, there'll be like some good tips that you can pick up along the way that can help you with your badminton as well to help you improve. So I know that with my game, my strength would be like for singles, like I don't make too many errors. I'm quite a patient player and I'm quite a slow player. So what I mean by that is that I don't smash all the time. I work people around the court and build up the rallies, and I really enjoy watching other players make mistakes. The problem with that approach is that when you play really good players, it doesn't work because they don't make mistakes either. So I think then that's when I need to probably build up a bit more attack, and more importantly, I need to build up my fitness and stamina. Like I can cope maybe 1 set, 1.5 sets, but by the second set, I'm pretty dead. And if it has to go a third set, that's when I know I'm definitely going to lose because I just don't have the energy to go for it. And that's one game. Imagine you have to play 2 or 3 games or 3 setters. I'm just going to die, right? So I need to build up my fitness and stamina so that if I lose, it's because of skills more than the fact I can't move and I can't think and I just give up, right? The other big thing I want to work on my stamina and fitness as well is it seems that I want to stop my body from getting cramps when I go to tournaments. So I tend to get cramped a lot. And I've read online, thanks to ChatGPT, was that like having, not very lack of stamina and strength that can contribute to cramp, but also when your body is not used to that workload, to that intensity, then it basically gets cramps a lot more often. So the more I can build up my body, hopefully the less chance of me getting cramp in the tournaments. So that's the obvious one, fitness and stamina. I'll do my agility exercise, my drop skipping, my footwork drills and things like that. So I do all of that, but I definitely need fitness and stamina. The other thing I really want to work on is, one will be my drop shot, right? So even though I can do really nice drop shots, I like to think I can do a really nice drop shot. The fact that because I don't train, and also the fact I don't like making mistakes, I tend to hit my drop shot in a very safe manner. So I make sure they float, I make sure they really clear the net so there's no chance of it hitting the net at all, and I also make sure it's not too close to the line. Of course, when you take that approach against not good players, no problem, right? But against good players, you don't really do much damage to them at all. You can control them. If I do a drop shot, then obviously they can't attack. But it also means I need to, I had to follow up the drop shot and work my ass off to get the net return if I want to get there in time. So then, even though you can control them and prevent them from smashing, but you also put a lot of, work on yourself to make sure you're able to get to the next shot. So if I'm able to practice and train and get more and more confident in my drop shot, which means I can hit it flatter, faster, closer to the line, so then the opponent have less time to react, which means by the time they get to the shuttle, they'll be struggling down low here, and it will really, really limit their options, and it basically just make my court coverage that much smaller when they're struggling to get to that shot. So I would love to improve my drop shot, either from a slice to a fold to a brush, whatever it is, right? I want to make sure I can practice on that. And I also want to practice on my disguise, should I say, so that swing, that preparation is as close to a full swing and a smash as possible so that people can't tell when I'm about to do a drop shot, because that's really important. When you play, once again, not so good players, they don't really read what you're doing, they don't look at your style of play, they don't look at your racket, so they just react. All they do is react. But when you play against the really good players, they can pick things up really quickly. Minute detail that will tell them in advance that, oh, drop shot's coming, and they're already there. So it's very scary when you're playing against the good players. So yeah, I would love to get drop shot better quality and make sure that this guys, during the preparation phase, make sure everything looks the same as much as possible. Right, so that's the area I want to achieve. When it comes to drop shot, obviously if you do a drop shot, a really nice drop shot, the next shot's likely going to be a front net. And this way I want to work on the next thing of my game, and that's my lunging. Remember, I didn't get trained, so I know when I lunge, I tend to crouch a lot. So I want to learn, well, not learn, I want to train myself and get used to the feeling, so when I lunge, I'm nice and tall. I'm the kind of coach that like, do what I tell you to do, just don't do what I do, because I have terrible form and terrible technique. And I guess, you know, like that's a problem when you don't get trained and you don't do repetition. So I would love to do lots of probably footwork and drill, even just by myself right now, just to practice, just to get used to this feeling so that, you know, I'm nice and tall, right? And learning to hinge from the waist when I have to, and really work on that flexibility around this area here. You know, think like Kento Momota, he loved hinging from his waist to get to the shuttle at the front court and do beautiful net spin. And he reached it really nice and far in front of him and really early. And I would love to do that, right? I really want to get away from, you know, this kind of shot where I'm still hunching to much straighter. And that would just take and I just need to do a lot of dry swings so that I just get used to it, really. The other thing I want to improve on is my split step. So right now I tend to go like this a lot rather than split like this. So I know that whenever I make the effort of split, I do react a lot faster. So once again, it just practice, and even just do something like this. 5-10 minutes each time that I come here to make video, I spend that time on myself. I'm sure my split step will be faster, stronger, and once again, my body to be more upright, right? So that's another thing I need to work on. See, I am a terrible player, right? So I have so much to work on. Okay, my next problem. I know that in terms of clear and drop, once I set up, my elbow follows through really nice and beautiful swing. But when I do a smash for a hard shot, I know I tend to do something like this. When I do that little bit of a motion before I swing, rather than lead with the elbow immediately and hit the shot. Basically pull from the elbow and then punch. I tend to be like this. And it's terrible. It's terrible. I hate it. I hate it whenever I see myself doing that. So I really need to learn, so I really need to train my body so that elbow come first, right? No matter what, jump. And just get the elbow to go first. So then I can pull from the waist to the elbow and punch into the shuttle. So that's another thing I need to work on. My smash is okay, but being a smaller guy like me, without much, muscle, without much muscle here, I really need to learn to utilize my core strength a lot more in my smash. So I know that So I know there are times when I feel the rotation work really well, and I can feel my body rotate first, and then it will then pull the elbow and the arm through. But also there are times when I know that I'm hitting with my hand first, which is a horrible feeling. So I really need to do a lot of dry swing just to practice and learn to be relaxed with my hand to allow the body to pull the elbow through. Another thing I will need to work on is my contact point when I smash. So I know when I do drop or stick smash, I have really good contact point and I can get really steep angle. But the moment I try to do full smash, the shuttle tends to go a lot flatter. So I need to work on my timing so that the shuttle still go hard and fast, but I need to learn to hit in front while the racket is traveling downwards. And I think to do that, I really need to make sure this rotation feel very natural to me, so I don't have to think about it. Then I can start to work on the timing of my shot a lot more. So yes, that's another thing I need to work on. When it comes to backhand, I can clear pretty well. I can slice, I can do cross-court slice, but one thing I don't do very well is to do backhand smash, or at least hit down at a reasonably fast pace. It doesn't even have to be a flash, but I got to hit down at a reasonably fast pace. I know that when I clear, I tend to hit quite high, but when I do a slice, I tend to wait for it to be around here a lot more and hit. The problem when you hit here, then the shuttle kind of have to go flat and up and then down. But if I can learn to hit up here a little bit more, then the shuttle will start going down a little bit faster and dip that little bit faster, which means I'm taking time away from the opponent to react and get to the shuttle. And this is even more true if I want to hit like a little stick smash for backhand. You know, I need to get that contact point up at the top here rather than go for harder swing, but it's too flat. So I need to work on this timing a little bit more. And once again, need to learn to get my body nice up and straight. So there'll be a lot of footwork, a lot of dry swing just to get used to it. When it comes to single, I do find that I react quite slow to go back. And I think that's contribute to the lack of explosiveness of my split step and also the poor footwork to actually allow me to go backward faster. So for example, let's say I want to go that way. If I split like this, then I need to somehow to turn my body in order to go. But if I'm able to split, even just that little bit of turning will allow me to get to that corner a lot faster. The same thing as going the other way. If I split like this, I need to turn much more, right? But if I'm able to go right, left, I can get there so much faster. So I need to work on the explosiveness of my split, learn to so that I can able to go left, right, or right, left to help me to go immediately into the corner where I need to go. And then just really to go practice the footwork so that instead of doing little step, I'm able to do big step, right? Because you don't have that much time to get to the shuttle. You only have a certain number of steps before time runs out. So the bigger the step that you can do, the further you can get back. And it's just getting used to of split, step, or right, or able to almost like spring off rather than just step, you know? And I know that like Kento, he would normally do like double skip on the left in order for him to get back even faster. So those are the footwork that I need to work on to be more explosive off the base, especially going backwards. So as you can see, I have a huge long list that I would love to just devote maybe 20-30 minutes each time I go to the hole and just document this journey, and hopefully through this journey you and I are going to improve a lot together. And you can see that even just with just us, just me by myself, just you by yourself, you can do a lot of things on court without having a feeder, and you're going to be able to improve a lot as well. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited as well. Come along on the journey. If you can think of a title for this series, that would be great. Winning gold at National Master will be bloody damn tough, because there's some really good players who have been trained and coached, you know, and played like competitive badminton when they were younger. Not me, so, you know, the chance of me winning gold is pretty slim. But hey, you can only try and give it your best shot, right? So yeah, come along on the journey and let's see where we're gonna be in maybe 6-7 months time. How exciting is that? Right, so if you like the video, subscribe, and then, you know, check one of these other videos here. Hopefully you got lots and lots of good content there to help with your badminton journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to squeeze that subscribe button. I'll see you guys. Bye bye.